Have you ever paused to wonder how many of the people you trust truly deserve it? In a world where appearances often deceive and motives remain hidden, the Stoics urge us to look beyond the surface, to see clearly what lies beneath the masks we all wear. Trust and respect are precious, fragile commodities, yet so often we offer them freely without discerning who is truly worthy. Today, we'll embark on a journey through the complex and often perilous terrain of human relationships, guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Together, we'll uncover the subtle yet powerful lessons about whom we should guard ourselves against, and why this discernment is key to living a life of integrity and peace. From the manipulative to the perpetually envious, we'll explore 9 types of people who may disrupt not just your inner tranquility, but your very path to a virtuous life. The Stoics remind us, while we can't control the behavior of others, we have complete power over our responses. Through this lens, you'll gain not just caution, but clarity, learning to navigate relationships with wisdom and grace. By the end of this video, you'll feel empowered to set boundaries, safeguard your peace of mind, and build meaningful connections rooted in trust and respect. If you find value in exploring these timeless truths, take a moment to subscribe and join our growing community of thoughtful individuals seeking to apply Stoic philosophy in daily life. And don't skip ahead. You won't want to miss a single insight that could transform the way you see the world and those around you. Let's begin. Number 1. The manipulative friend. At first glance, they seem like the perfect companion, someone who appears to understand you better than anyone else. Their smiles feel genuine, their words reassuring, and their timing impeccable. Yet over time, you begin to see the cracks. Their understanding isn't driven by care, but by strategy. They listen intently, not to support you, but to collect your vulnerabilities like ammunition. This friend is like a master chess player, each move calculated to serve their own interests. Your trust becomes their tool, your openness their advantage. What once felt like an ally begins to feel like a trap. The warmth they project is merely a mask, concealing intentions that have little to do with your well-being. Stoicism offers us invaluable wisdom here. Marcus Aurelius warned us to guard our minds against illusion and to see others' intentions with clarity. He would remind us to observe not only their words, but their actions. How do they treat others when they think no one is watching? Do they respect your boundaries? Do they handle your trust with care, or use it to manipulate outcomes? So, how should we respond to such a person? First, embrace discernment. Not every thought or emotion needs to be shared, especially with someone whose motives are questionable. Set firm, clear boundaries, and don't allow their influence to encroach on your peace of mind. Slowly distance yourself from their web, choosing instead to invest in relationships that inspire growth, positivity, and trust. A true friend doesn't diminish you, they elevate you. They challenge you to grow while standing steadfast beside you. Remember, relationships should add value to your life, not drain it. Be courageous enough to step away from manipulation and seek bonds built on authenticity and mutual respect. Number 2. The constant critic. There's always that one person who seems to have a sharp word for everything you do. Every idea, every action, even the smallest part of your personality seems to fall under their relentless scrutiny. They call it honesty, maybe even claim they're helping you grow, but their words rarely feel like genuine support. Instead, their critiques often chip away at your confidence, leaving doubt and insecurity in their wake. The constant critic thrives on pointing out flaws, creating an environment where you're always on edge, second-guessing your every move. This stifles creativity and undermines growth, replacing your potential with a constant fear of judgment. Their words, often stem not from care, but from their own insecurities or frustrations projected onto you. Marcus Aurelius offers timeless wisdom for situations like these. Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears. This Stoic principle reminds us not to internalize the harsh opinions of others. Criticism is inevitable in life, but it is up to us to decide whether it holds value or should simply be ignored. When facing a constant critic, pause and reflect. Is there truth in their words? If yes, use it as a stepping stone for self-improvement. If not, let it pass through you without taking root, like water rolling off a stone. Understand that their criticism often says more about their perspective than your worth. Set boundaries to safeguard your mental and emotional space. Engage with their words from a place of strength, choosing to acknowledge feedback without allowing it to diminish your self-worth. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, our actions, reactions, and sense of self. By doing so, you preserve your inner peace and continue to grow, no matter the noise around you. Number 3. The superficially friendly. At first glance, they seem like the kindest, most personable individuals you could meet. Their wide smiles, friendly greetings, and effortless charm create the illusion of genuine care. But beneath this polished exterior lies a troubling truth. Their warmth is often shallow, more akin to a puddle than the deep, welcoming ocean of true friendship. These social butterflies effortlessly float from group to group, lighting up rooms with pleasant exchanges and surface-level politeness. Yet, they rarely linger long enough to form meaningful bonds. While they may appear at every event and feature in all your social circles, their commitment is as fleeting as their presence. When life storms roll in, these individuals are often nowhere to be found, revealing the fragility of their connection to you. True friendship, as the Stoics remind us, is far more than laughter in the sunlight. It's about standing firm together through life's inevitable tempests. Seneca, one of Stoicism's greatest voices, championed the importance of quality over quantity in friendships. He taught us to seek companions who share our values, who uplift us, and who remain steadfast through both joy and adversity. To navigate the world of the superficially friendly, learn to recognize the signs early. Enjoy their company if you must during light-hearted moments, but guard your emotional energy. Reserve your trust and your vulnerabilities for those who have proven their loyalty and sincerity. Discernment is not only a wise approach, but a necessary one. By choosing to invest in authentic relationships, you protect your emotional well-being and ensure your inner circle is built on a foundation of mutual respect, sincerity, and genuine care. Let your connections be few but profound, as the Stoics would have advised. Number 4. The inattentive listener. We've all encountered them, the person who nods at just the right moments, tosses in the occasional but whose vacant gaze reveals the truth. They're not really with you. Though their body is present, their mind is miles away, leaving you feeling as though you're speaking to a wall that occasionally pretends to care. This behavior is more than frustrating. It undermines the very foundation of connection. Relationships, whether personal or professional, thrive on active engagement and genuine understanding. When someone consistently fails to listen, it sends a loud, unspoken message. What you're saying doesn't matter to me. Over time, this lack of attentiveness erodes trust, stifles the exchange of ideas and weakens emotional bonds. For the Stoics, attentiveness wasn't just polite, it was a moral duty. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of being fully present in all our interactions, seeing each conversation as an opportunity to respect and connect with another person. True listening reflects the Stoic commitment to presence and the belief that every human interaction holds value. So how do you deal with the inattentive listener? Begin by ensuring your communication is clear and engaging. A well-placed question can often pull them back into the moment. If that doesn't work, a gentle but direct observation might help. Let them know you've noticed their distraction and kindly ask for their attention. But if the pattern persists, it's time to evaluate the relationship. Are they offering you the respect and attention you deserve? If not, the Stoics would encourage you to redirect your energy toward people who value mutual understanding and genuine connection. Invest your time wisely. Surround yourself with those who truly listen, who see your words as meaningful, and who contribute to relationships that inspire growth and mutual respect. Number 5. The empathy-lacking individual. Few people are as challenging to navigate as those who lack empathy. They move through life seemingly blind to the emotional realities of others, fixated solely on their own needs, goals and desires, often at the expense of those around them. Conversations with such individuals tend to revolve around their achievements, their struggles, and their perspectives, with little regard for anyone else's. When interacting with an empathy-lacking person, you might feel as though your feelings and experiences are dismissed or ignored altogether. This isn't merely a lack of emotional intelligence, it's a deeper failure to recognize and value the shared humanity that binds us all. Unsurprisingly, such individuals often leave a wake of strained or broken relationships, unable to comprehend why conflict and misunderstanding follow them. Stoicism offers a profound perspective on this challenge. It reminds us that we are all interconnected, part of a larger community of shared struggles and triumphs. Epictetus emphasized the necessity of empathy as a cornerstone of human ethics, urging us to listen and respond to others with kindness, patience, and understanding. To see the world through someone else's eyes is not just an act of virtue, it's an act of wisdom. If you find yourself dealing with an empathy-lacking individual, resist the temptation to meet their indifference with anger or bitterness. Instead, take it as an opportunity to embody the Stoic virtues of patience and compassion. Show them empathy, not because they have earned it, but because it reflects the kind of person you aspire to be. That said, balance is essential. Protect your emotional well-being by setting firm boundaries and recognize when to step back if their behavior begins to drain your peace. As Marcus Aurelius taught, what we do now echoes in eternity. Let your actions embody integrity and compassion, staying true to your values no matter how others choose to act. Number 6. The constant irritator. This is the person who seems to have turned irritation into an art form. Whether it's subtle digs, backhanded compliments, or small provocations, they always seem to know how to push your buttons. It's like an emotional chess game where their goal is to unbalance you, whether for their amusement or their advantage. The constant irritator thrives on the reactions they can draw out of you. Each sigh of frustration or annoyed glance is a victory in their eyes, a sign of their ability to manipulate the emotional atmosphere around them. Over time, their behavior can become exhausting as you find yourself constantly bracing for the next jab or disruption. Here is where Stoic philosophy becomes a refuge. The Stoics teach us that it is not the actions of others that disturb us, but our judgment of those actions. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This wisdom is invaluable when dealing with someone who thrives on causing irritation. The key is to adjust your perception. Recognize that their provocations only have power over you if you allow them to. Instead of reacting, view their behavior for what it is, an attempt to provoke. Imagine their words and actions losing weight, fading into the background noise of your life. It's not about ignoring them or pretending their behavior doesn't exist, but about changing your response to it. When you refuse to let their actions dictate your emotional state, you reclaim your power. Each time you maintain your inner peace despite their attempts to unsettle you, you demonstrate a strength they cannot touch. As the Stoics teach, true resilience is not the absence of irritation, but the ability to rise above it, preserving your tranquility no matter the storm they try to stir. Number 7. The eternal victim. This person seems to live under a perpetual storm cloud, forever caught in a cycle of crisis. No matter the season or situation, something is always going wrong in their life. Yet what makes the eternal victim so challenging isn't just the frequency of their misfortunes, it's their unwillingness to take responsibility or seek meaningful solutions. The eternal victim often thrives on the sympathy and attention their troubles attract, turning their endless stream of problems into a tool to pull others closer. While offering your support might feel rewarding at first, you'll soon notice a troubling pattern. Their problems never seem to resolve, and your efforts often go unappreciated. Over time, this one-sided dynamic drains your emotional energy and leaves your own needs and challenges ignored. Stoicism offers a wise perspective on how to navigate these relationships. Epictetus reminds us to focus only on what is within our control and to accept what is not. When dealing with the eternal victim, it's crucial to recognize this boundary. You can offer compassion, advice, or even practical help, but their life and choices remain beyond your influence. The Stoics teach us to pair empathy with detachment, empathize with their struggles, but detach from the idea that it is your responsibility to fix their life. Setting boundaries is essential. If their constant crises begin to disturb your peace, it's time to reassess how much time and energy you can give. Encourage them to take action and find solutions rather than becoming entangled in their unending cycle of complaints. As Marcus Aurelius emphasized, maintaining inner peace is a duty to yourself. Compassion is a virtue, but not when it comes at the expense of your own stability and happiness. By fostering a healthy balance, you honor both your well-being and the Stoic principle of guiding others toward accountability and self-reliance. Number 8. The two-faced individual. This person is a master of deceit, skilled at presenting one face to you while revealing another to the world. They charm you with friendliness and camaraderie, making you feel like a trusted confidant. But behind your back, they spread slander or undermine you to others. Few things are as disorienting and painful as realizing that someone you trusted could so easily betray you. The two-faced individual doesn't just harm personal relationships. They breed toxicity wherever they go. Their duplicity fosters an atmosphere of distrust, conflict, and insecurity, whether in the workplace, among friends, or within a family. Their motivations often stem from self-interest, be it gaining power, influence, or the mere thrill of causing disruption. Stoicism provides clarity on how to handle such individuals. Seneca wisely advised us to choose our company wisely. emphasizing that solitude is preferable to bad company. When faced with betrayal, it's natural to feel anger or pain, but the Stoics teach us to rise above these initial reactions. Marcus Aurelius would counsel us to respond with reason and dignity, keeping our own ethical standards intact and refusing to sink to their level of deceit. Once the true nature of a two-faced individual is revealed, the most effective course of action is to distance yourself. Withdrawing your emotional and personal investment protects your peace and prevents further harm. Instead, focus on cultivating relationships with people who value authenticity and integrity. Surround yourself with those who speak well of you both in your presence and your absence. This aligns with the Stoic principle of living a virtuous life, fostering an environment where trust and sincerity flourish. By doing so, you ensure your growth and well-being remain unaffected by the duplicity of others. Number 9. The toxic individual. This person is a complicated web of harmful traits: manipulation, constant negativity, jealousy, dishonesty, each more draining than the last. Being around them often feels like standing in the eye of a storm, where your inner peace and positive outlook are relentlessly battered. They have a way of souring even the happiest moments, turning your strengths into insecurities and leaving you doubting yourself. A toxic individual's influence can seep into every aspect of your life, clouding your judgment and straining your relationships. They create an environment where you're perpetually on edge, always preparing for their next outburst or manipulative ploy. The result is an exhausting, unsettling cycle that chips away at your mental and emotional stability. Epictetus offers a crucial insight for dealing with such people. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This Stoic wisdom shifts the focus from their behavior to your response. You can't control their actions, but you can control how you protect yourself and preserve your peace. Start by setting firm boundaries. Clearly define what is unacceptable and be consistent in enforcing those limits. Protecting your emotional space isn't selfish. It's necessary for your well-being. If their toxic behavior persists despite your efforts, consider creating distance. While this decision is especially difficult when the person is a close friend or family member, it's sometimes the healthiest choice you can make. Instead, surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Invest in relationships that are built on mutual respect, positivity, and genuine care. By doing so, you create a space where resilience thrives and toxicity has no room to grow. Remember, dealing with a toxic individual isn't just about avoiding harm. It's about ensuring your life remains guided by your values, your aspirations, and your pursuit of true happiness. You hold the power to shape your environment and choose relationships that nurture your well-being, helping you lead a life aligned with your highest values. Remember, your peace of mind is one of your most precious assets, and the people you allow into your life play a pivotal role in protecting it. Thank you for joining me today as we navigated the complexities of trust, relationships, and human behavior through the lens of Stoicism. If this journey resonated with you, take a moment to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear how these insights are shaping your perspective. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to continue exploring timeless wisdom that empowers you to live a more meaningful life. Your growth and clarity inspire this community, and together we're fostering a space where wisdom and tranquility prevail. As we close today, let me leave you with this. Every decision you make about who you trust and allow into your circle is an opportunity to honor your own worth. Choose wisely and never underestimate the strength you have to cultivate a life of integrity and purpose. Stay tuned for our next video, where we'll dive even deeper into practical Stoic strategies for navigating life's challenges. Until then, stay wise, stay grounded, and let your actions reflect the life you aspire to live. Thank you for being a part of Stoic Journal. See you next time.